With recent works of dalle, Midjourney, Disco Diffusion, Google AI stuff, you may be wondering, in a bit of shock honestly, will AI replace all artists? The short answer is actually no. I'm Jordan and this is Jham 3D. Let's get into this. First of all, why do people think that AI will replace all artists? And I think there's a handful of reasons, but I think these are the forefronted reasons. One is that we're just thinking too emotionally, especially artists. We're just really thinking in a fear emotional state. Two, media is thriving on that fear emotion and it's really just feeding it. And you'll see this across the board. It's not just corporate media, it's independence, it's clickbait, it's stuff on YouTube. My feed is full of it. This man versus machine sort of thing. Three, there's toxic narratives like learn to code, which are just kind of bullying you into like fearing again. And then four, which is kind of unique, is that already dalle is better than I'd say most human beings that have not practiced art for many years. So it can outperform them in a way. So it's a reason to spark concern, right? Well, with these things considered, why do I think that it won't replace all human artists? If you really get to thinking about it, and I've spent weeks, months thinking about this, it doesn't actually make any sense why AI would replace every human artist. It just doesn't really work that way. Naturally, no matter how good AI art gets, it won't kill the human urge to create in some way, shape, or form. And so we'll always find a way to stay involved. Additionally, there's really no point to art if it doesn't serve some sort of human purpose. If it doesn't entertain us, if it doesn't serve in an expression from the artist behind it. Just as digital art didn't kill our interest in the craft of painting, AI art won't kill our just general human interest in human-made art. Wouldn't make any sense. Where AI art didn't come out, dalle didn't just drop, and then I was like, oh fuck, y'all painters suck. I don't care anymore. Stop painting. You guys are losers or something. No one's doing that. We still have an interest in other art forms. Three, the entertainment industry is already based off of it's sort of impractical. It's not a necessity, I would say, for society. There's definitely benefits to it and whatnot, but it's not like the medical field where like using outdated tech is gonna result in serious consequences, like you die, In many ways, there's different approaches, different art techniques, design styles, and it kind of comes down to a matter of preference at times, what kind of technology you want to use to create an expression, to create some art. And then fourth, just like our last list of things, this is a unique kind of point, which as somebody who's a 3D artist, got 3 years experience doing that, 3 years experience as a digital artist, actually slightly more than that, I get really, really frustrated working with dalle and Midjourney at times. I'd rather have full control and just so I can make some quick common sense edits. I get frustrated talking to, typing in different prompts and telling Midjourney and dalle like, hey, fix this. There shouldn't be a hand reaching out of the head. I never said that. Stop that. Why are you doing that? And, you could spend 30 minutes getting it to stop doing that shit. And it's like, I know for a fact if I had Blender open, I would just move the hand. Boom, it's done. I don't have to go through all this other bullshit. And there are times where I think it's impractical to keep typing shit in for dalle to like, hey, fix this, change this. Sometimes it does serve as a benefit to have everything in full control. And I think this will keep 3D art in particular around for a while because you get a file full of everything, the entire scene. You have full control over it, quick changes, ability to make any sort of edits you want without having to worry whether or not AI will understand what you're trying to tell it. And maybe as technology develops, this will change, but I think there's always going to be a need to have that total control at our fingertips at an instant. Is this just hopeful thinking for artists? Am I just thinking in a way that, I just want this to be the case? No, this is not just wishful thinking. It's a basic understanding of humanity, in my opinion. As long as we're human, we'll always have the urge to want to express ourselves. And famously, human beings do that by creating things. And so, just like I said earlier, we're always going to find a way to stay involved in the arts. How many artists will AI replace? How many jobs will it displace? That's a totally different question. Not here to answer that today. But will it replace all artists? No. I'm Jordan Needham. This has been Jham 3D. You can catch more episodes of this series somewhere around here. It's a whole playlist. All right. Catch you guys next time.